Oh, that's awesome right there.
He's just he's saying Spike got something caught in his throat. The Knicks had something caught in their throat. it was them Reggie Miller threes at the end of the game.
Oh, man. Big-time moments in the playoffs. You are now rocking with the best here on the screen with two NBA legends. Of course, the Coach of the Year, Sam Mitchell, the Hall of Famer, Isiah Thomas. So much good basketball tonight. We got to witness the Houston Rockets and Dallas Mavericks. We talked about it in the pregame. Zeke, I'll start with you. We talked about the backcourt. We talked about John Wall, James Harden. We saw what the Rockets were trying to do, but ultimately Luka had his best game.
I mean, Luka had his best game, and so did Tim Hardaway. I mean, Tim Hardaway, was knocking it down, but Luka was able to exert his presence throughout the game, and I thought Hardaway was a great compliment to him tonight. They couldn't seem to find an answer for Luka, and every time they did, Hardaway was there to answer the bell. So the 1-2 punch of Luka and Hardaway was just too much for the Rockets to handle tonight.
They combined for 63 points tonight. Luka with his first triple-double of the season, his 26th triple-double of his career. Top of the list for players under the age of 23. Coach, he obviously did have his best game of the season.
Yeah, when you think about this, his two best games so far in this early season have been against the Clippers and the Houston Rockets. And tonight I was interested in seeing this against the Rockets. Look at Luka right here. He's just dancing with P.J. Tucker right there. And now he sucks the defense in and throws the lob over the top of the defense to Willie Cauley-Stein. Here's Luka again coming up to the top. P.J. Tucker on him. He rejects the screen, and then again, he puts James Harden in the blender, use that 6'8" size to hit the fadeaway turnaround jump shot. Here's Luka again. Three defenders trying to keep Luka from getting to his spot, but he sees an opening with that size. He attacks the paint and uses that size and that body lean to shoot over the defender. And here's Luka again right here on the switch. Right? Now, you know the big guy is going to be in trouble trying to dance with the Luka. And there's Luka. Instead of dancing with him, he drops it off to Tim Hardaway Jr. for a big shot in the corner. No, not Tim Hardaway Jr. in the corner. One of his other Dallas teammates. So, look, Luka's been struggling. But against the good teams and against James Harden and John Wall in that tremendous backcourt of Houston, he was the best player tonight.
Indeed he was. That was Josh Richardson knocking down the shot. You heard me mention it moments ago. Thank you, StatMuse. I saw this on Twitter. Most triple-doubles before turning 22. Luka is at the top of the list with 26. You see one Hall of Famer in Magic Johnson, and then you see Ben Simmons. Great company to be in. Wow. I mean, we've talked about Luka. We've seen, pre-game, we were talking about maybe he didn't come into the best shape, but Zeke, obviously, he's playing his way into great shape right now with his performance.
I mean, and that's the unique thing about Luka and also about Harden, who didn't have a great game tonight. I mean, these guys are so talented and they're so good that they can come in out of shape and still put up these kind of numbers and play themselves into shape. And when they get in shape, I mean, they're some of the best who have ever done it. And the list that you just had up, when you talk about, Ben and Magic and Luka, the difference between Luka and Magic and Ben is that Luka is getting 25, 26 points a night. He's a three-point threat. He can really shoot it. Ben and Magic, they impacted the stat sheet a lot of different ways, but none of them impacted it the way Luka does from a scoring standpoint. So, I mean, what he's doing is really off the charts and very unique for our league to see a player like this.
Unique indeed. And we have to keep you updated on everything going on with Steph Curry. Apparently, he is out there doing work against the Sacramento games. Let's show you those images. I would not lie to you. Steph doing his thing. Golden State in control.
Did Sacramento get see the tape of Steph the other night?
Apparently they
not
did.
watch the tape.
And I'll do this for Steph dropping that three. I will say, booyah! Rest in peace to the late, great legend, Stuart Scott. Well, that's a wrap for me, Ro Parrish. His name is Sam Mitchell. He knows a little thing about coaching. Zeke got them handles. We'll see you next time. Jordan Daddy Love.
Hey again, everybody. It's Game Time presented by Kia's Channing Pride.
Yes.
Here in the eastern half of the country. Woo.
It's a long flight. Long flight, brother.
I'm Matt Weiner. Brendan Haywood is on board with us as well at home.
Hey!
Just one game still in progress tonight. The rest are already in the books. We'll get into those as we continue moving forward. Kevin Durant and the Nets have the night off. Durant, as it turns out, will have a few more nights off ahead of him. He's facing a 7-day quarantine after exposure to someone who's tested positive for COVID-19. If he continues to test negative, KD would be eligible to return on January 12th against the Denver Nuggets. So it looks like KD will be out more than likely a week or so, Channing, for a Brooklyn team that is trying to find its way. They are 3-4 here so far. We'll get into what this means for Brooklyn, but also some new protocols announced not really announced, reported on to take effect tomorrow, including all players required to wear masks until they enter a game, and then it resets at halftime. They'll have to wear masks again before checking in. The mask will reset at the half. The tier 1 and 2 players, coaches, and staff must wear masks when outside team settings and indoors. They've already got this set up with tracing for players, for some staff as well, but obviously as we get past the holidays and the rest of the country is dealing with surges, the NBA is trying to get ahead of this and prevent the sort of absences that we're seeing tonight with the Nets, Brendan.
Yeah, the NBA. Is doing a great job of trying to just stay ahead of COVID, and it's tough. It's hitting us all, our families, school, everything. So right now the NBA is doing the best they can to go ahead and progress with their season, but not having guys exposed to COVID-19 and everything that comes along with that.
Channing, it's it's an inconvenience for everybody, but that goes for everybody who's at a workplace anywhere else as well. Do you think, by and large, players are buying into these protocols?
I definitely think so. I think the NBA does a great job of putting its players' safety and their families first. And so the product that we've been getting out there is amazing. Having to wear a mask and having to, protect not only yourself, your teammates, and everyone working within the organization is just a responsibility you take to have that opportunity to play basketball. It's not that big a deal. Wear the mask, go hoop, collect these checks, play the game that you love, and everyone stay safe.
All right, one game in progress. As I mentioned, the Sacramento Kings are taking on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Steph, of course, had a night last night with a new career high 62 in a win over the Trail Blazers, and they have gotten the jump early on against the Sacramento Kings. It's 37-20. Steph's already in double figures with 11 points. Let's get our